funny, he writes it to me. I said, you can't put that before the court. Why? It's wrong. It's not written properly. It's wrong. You got 3 different jurisdictions going on. Which jurisdiction do you want? Well, then write it that way. I said, I know you're speaking it that way, but you're not writing it that way. So there's an art to writing this stuff. And like I say to folks, you got to master the writing to the court. Because once you master writing, I said, you don't have to appear in court. Once they see that you know what you're doing in writing, they're going to run like hell from you. If they see when you're writing that you don't know what the hell you're doing by writing, oh, they're going to accelerate your court date so you appear tomorrow. They're going to want to jump all over you. They're going to read this crazy Fremantle, Montana nonsense that you're writing and go, oh boy, this guy ain't got an effing clue. We want him in court now. When I write the stuff, that the guy Karl said, the tax assessor from LA said to him, well, we're real busy and we'll foreclose on your house or we'll put it up for auction sometime in 2015, but we're kind of real busy right now. We'll get back to you real soon. But when they realized that you're an easy target, he was supposed to have his house ordered on July 12th. He said, man, when you gave that letter to the tax assessor, she wrote back in 1 day. He said, I got an answer from her. She said, well, we're kind of really busy. No, we ain't got time to look into your auction on the 12th. So you know what, we're going to have to put this off to 2015 when we have some more time to assess the situation. I was like, yeah, she went like hell. He says, oh my God, Karl, he says, I've been writing this lady for 7 fucking years. Man, nobody ever answered me back. They just kept saying, I forgot what the tax assessment bill was, he kept saying. They got a name for it out there in California. He said, just a remitted check. He got almost $70,000. And they just backed off. It's when you write it, man, they just back off. When you write it a certain way, listen to my old show where that little Irishman said that. He said, he's got a 2nd grade education. He said, but I put 3 sentences in front of the court, and the judge said, oh, strike 1, oh, strike 2, oh, strike 3. This guy's a player, home run. Oh, these are good. And then the younger prosecutor asked the older prosecutor, do you have to answer these 3 questions? And the older prosecutor said, we'll find out soon enough. And then the judge asked the little guy, who was back in like 5 years in child support, said, do you want to prosecute the prosecutor? It's your turn. If you want to, you want to put him on the stand? You want to prosecute the state? You want to call the state as a witness? Go for it. He said, I ain't never seen this, so go for it. You want to do it? Do it. And the little guy, when he called me on the phone, like the following week, he says, I don't know what the judge was telling you to do. The judge was telling you it's your turn. If you want to cross-examine the plaintiff, call the state of Indiana to the stand. Do it. He said, I would love to see them appear too. The judge wants to see the state of Indiana appear too. He's going, oh, this is going to be, I always wondered what the state of Indiana, I work for them, I got a paycheck with the name on it every pay. No, I never knew if Indiana wore a dress or if Indiana wears slacks and a tie. The judge thought it was hysterical what I wrote. The plaintiff must appear. So do it.
What do you know about support? How do you think child support and all that?
Like I said, when it's a woman going after you, you're screwed. When it's a state going after, I can help you guys when states going after you, counties going after you, cities going after you, governments going after you, any fictional entity going after you, Bank of America going after you, Wells Fargo, anybody going after you that's a fiction is easy. When a man is coming after another man, or a man coming after a woman coming after a man, you are on your own. You better just kiss and make up because it could go any way the jury wants to swing it. However you put on a silly American Idol performance in front of the jury, if she cries, you're going to lose. It's like I always say, man, I would never go to court against a little old lady. I'd always go in front of the judge. I would never go in front of a jury. I'm going to lose. As soon as they see that poor little Tiffany girl with Granny, I'm going to get burned. Even if she's just flat out lying. That's why I want to go in front of the guy in the black robe. Well, that's what I call it. It's funny if you don't really know. I call him the man in the black robe. I call them the black robed ones, B-R-O, or the bros. So if you ever hear me on my past shows, call them, well, when you go in front of the bro.
Okay.
It's the black robed one.
Could be a Jesuit also, though, right?
Yeah, well, no, it's the bro. It's the black robed one. I don't know if they wear purple robes, the Jesuits. I don't know if they go higher up and they wear red like cardinals. I don't freaking know. I don't get into any of that Jesuit nonsense. I don't even. All I try to show people is how to get in and out of court against fictional entities. That's all I help you guys do. That's all I want the show to be about. You know, none about Jesuits, none about the Pope, none about reptoids, none about the Queen of England. You got guys got Coast to Coast, so you got Alex Jones, and you got Planet X, you know, crowd to listen to that stuff. I just want to help people write the paperwork, understand what they're writing, file a damn paperwork. If you gotta, you know, utter it in open court and press it upon a record, God bless you, and do it. That's all I'm trying to help people do. Because 90% of the people, times the people having problems is with a fictional entity. Very rarely is it man on man. So that's why courts houses were getting very bored 100 years ago, because there's very little issues between one man taking another man to court. There's nothing for them to do. How many times did you ever have to go to court because another man accused you of doing wrong? Never. Never. Me? Never. I can almost guarantee almost everybody listening, never. It's always the government saying you're doing something wrong. Speeding, you know, spitting, you know, littering, you know, jaywalking, something. You're always doing something that's been wrong to them. But what's funny is it's not wrong. All you're doing is violating one of their codes, which they can never bring anybody forward who wrote the damn code to testify in court and offer an affirmation that that's what the code means. Well, everybody's just guessing what the code means, and the code is just actually a codification of the public law. The public law is like, you know, say 10,000 pages long, but they'll take that code and make one sentence out of it. So is that truly what the public law said, that you can't spit on the sidewalk? I don't know. Or whoever the lawyer boys who went to the legislature, like the Library of Congress for the feds, whatever those lawyer boys from Thompson's from Canada, they're the ones who come down here and codify our public law. It's kind of convenient that Thompson sends down Canadians to codify American public law, the United States public law. And they take this 10,000-page public law that's enrolled in the Library of Congress and write one sentence and say, well, that's what the public law reads. Oh, really? You got all that into one sentence? Yeah, that's the gist of it. You spit on a sidewalk and you get out fine. Really? Can we bring the law into the court? Because without the law in the court, you have no case. So that's what I tell people all the time. Why don't you just have them bring the law into the court? How are they going to do that? I don't know. Go to the Library of Congress, come and bring the fucking sheepskin in that all the congressmen sign. And then show you where your name is on that damn document, where you're held liable to act according to the signatures. It'll never happen. The law is so simple and scary. And it's like what I say, when these people are all crazy about this Obamacare Act, it just makes you laugh, or the Affordable Care Act, whatever it's called. They passed this law, say, in 2010. Barack Obama and his administration, the executive branch, modified public law 11 times so far. So is it the public law that was signed by your congressman? No. He's already made 11 changes to it. He's already amended the public law 11 times. So is it the law? No, not anymore. Now it's a regulation. Once it gets into the executive branch and an executive agency gets their hands on it, it's the NRCs. It's the regulations. An agency creates regulations out of the public law. They modify it to fit the agency's ability to carry out the public law. Is it the law? No. It's a regulation. This is all a scam. But that's fine. It's a lovely, beautiful scam if you're a United States citizen. Then just do what the hell you're told to do, because as a United States citizen, a citizen just means you're a member of the family. And Barack Obama is Papa. And you just do what your Papa tells you to do. Because a citizen means, civis means member of a family. And believe me, you're one of the little children under Papa Obama, which is fine. If that's how you want to live, God bless you. Some people want to be part of some, Gambino crime family. Some people want to be under Obama, federal family. That's fine. I got no problem with that. Nobody's forcing you to be a Gambino. Nobody's forcing you to be an Obama family member. Nobody's forcing you. It's all free will. If you think that you're going to get your knuckles broken because you leave the Gambinos, okay. If you think you're going to get your kneecaps whacked because you're going to leave the Obama family, okay. Whatever you people are afraid of, whatever helps you get through the day, why you still do what you do. Okay. If you don't think you could do your own thing, okay. If you still think you're scared, okay. Well, the consequences are just saying, no, I don't want to be. I don't want to do this anymore. Why? I don't see a benefit. Is there any benefit? It's like, well, if you don't do it, we'll whack your knees. It's like, isn't that called extortion? If I don't do this, if I don't give you money and you put me in jail because I didn't pay you by April 15th, isn't that extortion?
Yeah.
Well, you better just pay us money by the 15th of April, or we're gonna break your kneecaps, bust your thumbs, and throw you in a cage. Oh, really? Isn't that extortion?
I had this very conversation with a friend of mine last a couple of days ago. You know, if they came into you, let's say you want to mention Gambinos or whatever, they came in and says, you know what, you got to pay me $100 a week, or you know, something might happen to the store, or something might happen to you, or maybe something might happen to your children. I mean, that's extortion. I mean, that's extortion. But the government, they can come around and say, well, you got to pay me by April 15th. Because you know what? I got badges, guns, and jail.
No, you have to. Because you have to, because you signed a contract and you have to be bound by your contract. You're bound. You bound yourself. I haven't made any kind of contract arrangement between me and this crazy thing called QRS, PRS, TRS. What do you guys call it? CRS? Oh no, you guys call it IRS. That's right. That's what you guys bind yourselves to. I don't bind myself to any ridiculous acronym.
I'm not bound either.
What I'm saying is, that's what people do. They bind themselves to an acronym. If you want to bind yourself to a CRS or a TRS or whatever the hell they call it, HRS, what do they call it? Oh no, they call it IRS. That's right. If that's what you wish to do, nobody put a gun to your head and told you lift up that pen and write on a piece of paper. Nobody. Nobody ordered you to take a piece of paper and put a pen in your hand and write.
It was actually done by fraud, though. Right?
Nope, it wasn't. Nope, you put a plan in your hand and you started to write. But if you write those people,
they didn't say.
Nope, they didn't say anything. Who said? Did somebody call you on the phone and tell you better put a pen and paper in your hand and start writing?
No, they didn't say you what the contract.
There you go. The Gambino will come to your store and say, you pay us $50 a week or you're going to have a horrible accident here.
Or your brains or your signature will be on it.
That's whatever, but the IRS never says that to you. You just think they say that to you. You have this crazy misconception or belief that they have some sort of power to do something to you. Right. That's your problem. If you also have nightmares at night, that's your problem. If you can't get over the bad dream, you can't get over the bad dream. If you want to let the bad dream terrorize you every night, and when you go to bed and then you can't get a good night's sleep, oh well. I said, look, I'm sure, I don't know, like I said, I can only speak for me, because when I was a little kid, I realized anytime I had a bad dream, if I tried to hide, or went under the covers, or went under the bed, or turned on the light, the bad dream just kept reoccurring, until I said, hey, you know what, enough of this bullshit, I'm going to fight back, and then the bad guy, the monster would disappear, and then poof, you know, next week I'd have another bad dream, and another situation would pop up, and I'd have to beat that situation. I'd always have to beat the situation. That's just my... You know, to me, that was my mind showing me how to work through tough situations in my sleep instead of having to deal with in reality. If some tiger was going to come out behind a tree, this is what you do. What works and what don't work. So I'm doing all my moves while I'm dreaming. I watch these cats and dogs sleeping right next to me right now. They're all dreaming. They're all going through their jungle moves. They're all practicing. Right. And this is exactly what happened to me up until 8 months ago. I swear to God. I was practicing every court move in the book. Sometimes there's a woman judge, sometimes there's a guy judge, sometimes there's one prosecutor, man prosecutor. I was going through every courtroom scenario up until 8 months ago, and I am done. I figured out every way they can wrangle me around in a courtroom, I got it. Every move, everything they could say, every angle they could come at me, I got it. And now I don't dream about that no more. I got it covered. And that's when your body knows when you got it covered. It's like you don't dream about it no more. It's like, I got this. I got every damn angle. If they say this, boom, do this. If they say this, boom, do that. If she says this, boom, she says that, boom. I mean, more, as I said to people, I said some of my best writing was that when as soon as I woke up in the morning, I'd get on my computer, I kept the laptop right next to me, and boom, I just start typing everything I went through. And all the courtroom scenarios and what she said, he said, how to do it, da-da-da-da-da. I did some of my best writing when I was exhausted at 2, 3 in the morning, or when I first woke up. After I just dreamed about it all, or when I was sleeping. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to believe that they're doing this to you, I just read to you what Barack Obama said at 8:18 on October 17th. He told you. He just gave you full disclosure. You are self-governing. Well, use that quote. There you go. The next time you believe something called IRS or CBS or HRS, whatever the hell you think is coming after you, whip up Barack Obama's quote. Say, wait a second. Didn't he say that the founders of this nation envisioned that when they gave us the gift of self-government? Isn't that the greatest gift that we were given, is the right to self-govern? Yeah. So are you trying to govern me? Didn't Barack Obama say I'm self-governing? Yeah. See, because you guys can't take the lead. You guys always want to hide behind somebody else, let somebody else take the... It's like the second mouse gets the cheese.
Exactly.
You don't want to step in the trap, but if you see me step in a trap, I say, oh boy, look, the cheese, look what Karl left us. Karl left us the cheese. Oh boy, this is swell. We're going to enjoy the cheese. Oh, sorry about Karl, he died. You know, that's a shame. Or he broke his leg, or his spine got snapped in half. Whatever. This is what I try to tell them.
Most people are more than willing to push somebody else out in front. See what happens.
Right, and see if it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so I tell you guys, it's self-governing. Why can't you guys just make a stand like I do, not violently, and just say, wait a second, when did I lose the ability to self-govern? And they say, well, you broke the law. I was like, oh, law. What does the law mean, sir? Well, no, that's a code. You're reading a code, you're reading New York Code or Virginia Code, you're reading a code, right? No, code and law is not the same thing. Would you like to unroll the public law and bring the law into the court? Well, no, we're just going to bring a little piece of the law into the court. No, you didn't break the law. What you did is you broke a piece of the law, which we call a code. Well, how about you just bring a whole fucking law into the court? Maybe there's something in the law that shows that what I did was lawful. Maybe you're just bringing the one little tiny piece that shows that what I did was wrong. Maybe you guys are just taking it out of context. There you go. You knew what I was going to say. You're taking it out of context. Because that's exactly how I beat a traffic ticket here in Virginia back in 2007. I said to the judge, I said, are you going to let me bring the public law into the court? And that's the very damn first thing I said. I said, I will be done in less than 2 minutes if you let me bring the law into the court. And he wouldn't let me do it. He said, that's not the way we do it. Maybe you're from New York and you don't understand. We do this first. First we bring the facts and then we bring the law. I said, why bother with the facts if the law doesn't exist? Let the law come to the court. He says, no. So he's ready to read I'm not going to tell you the whole damn story again, but he was starting to read the sentence. And he's like, well, you know, the court finds you guilty. I said, whoa. He said, what? It's my turn to talk. I said, oh, no, I know rules of court. I'm the one who brought this claim before the court. I get to talk. I'm the one who controls this court. This is my court. This is not your court. The order of this court is going to be my order. And I order that the law gets read into the record. He says, what law? I said, not only my law, it's your law. He said, what? Virginia Code 1950, section 14.1383. Read the law into the record. So I said, I printed it out at 9 o'clock this morning before I came here. It's nice and warm and fresh. I still smell the ink here. I want to give you guys each a copy, but nobody accept my gift. I tried to present the law to the court, and you guys all stuck your nose up at me. You won't present the law to the court. He said, oh, I got a laptop of people. I'll read it off the official Virginia website. I said, oh, so you think I'm committing fraud? You think I'm lying? You think I just, manipulated and I wrote the Word document, I printed it out this morning so it reads in my favor, huh? You don't trust me? Great. That's just lovely. I said, go ahead and just read it right off the website. So he read it and he was like, well, so he said the first offense of driving in the Commonwealth of Virginia backwards is a $50 fine, 1 point on the license. Second offense is 3 points off in your license, $250 fine. Third offense is $500 and a 6-month suspended license. I said, yeah, and? He said, well, you're guilty of that. I said, oh, please, read the law. He's like, what? I said, read the law. Read the law into the court. He says, what? Look at the bottom. Read the whole law into the court. He says, it's lawful to drive in the Commonwealth in reverse if... And he was like, blah, 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 blah. He was like, huh, case dismissed. I said, no, it's discharged, but I'm not going to explain to you the difference between discharged and dismissed, because when it's discharged, I come back here and sue you all, and I can own this county. I said, but I ain't going to do that. I ain't got better things to do than waste my time with your silly shit. I said, I'm going home. But when they read the whole entire law, the law says it's lawful to drive in reverse as long as you don't cause any harm to man or injure property while you're doing so. So when you read the whole entire law, there's always a loophole to do whatever the hell you did. There's always a loophole. There's always a way out for man. You can't bind a man. Can't be done. You can't create a law which will bind me. Can't be done. Why? Because I created you, asshole. That's why you can't bind me. I can never be your slave. You always have to work for me, for my benefit. You can never harm me. I'm the man. You are the government. You work for me. So it just blows their minds when you just have that simple concept. I said, look, the guys from the Virginia Code of 1950, the guys in 1950 understood it when they wrote the damn thing. You guys are forgetting it. 50, 60 years later, you forgot. You work for me. You can't create a law which is going to cause me harm or monetary compensation damages when nobody's been hurt. You can't do it. Maybe someday in the future you can, but not today. And I'm not going to let you get away with it. My grandfather didn't let you get away with it, and I'm certainly not going to let you get away with it. I'm self-governing. That's all I'm trying to do on this freaking show. I mean, this isn't rocket science what I'm doing.
I love it.
I don't think it is. I thought everybody knew this crap.